all these cops here? How would you defend the Constitution? Yes. But it doesn't do that. I am here trying to find out if the police defend the Constitution. It's so loud here, it's hard to tell. It's not my intention to get any attention. But you guys are getting the attention. You guys have the attention. Yeah, but don't you understand that you have the attention? Attention of these cameras.
If you weren't here, we would.
What do you mean if I wasn't here? Am I a threat? When there's no policeman here who will defend the Constitution. I asked them all. Don't you think that's outrageous?
Don't get too
Wouldn't you feel bad about that?
Stand to my right a little bit more.
Because I'm outraged.
What happens is, these officers have to get used to. A lot of people in this room, it's not like we hope to kill a police officer. So what we're doing is we're trying to be listening.
Where? I've never heard that.
Say, sir, we don't have opinion one way or the other. We're here to do
I know that.
Listen.
I am sympathetic for you guys.
You're not, because you're screaming. Okay?
If you were sympathetic, I'm just trying to get over the outrage.
If I was screaming at you, I'd be some iron-heading person. Listen,
who's driving the tanks around? Yeah.
Now here, I don't know.
That's it.
Listen, we're here because we were asked.
I got nothing against you. I got nothing against him. Except for one thing. They have been asked not to answer the question.
They're not being asked not to. They're soldiers in formation. That's what's happening.
But why won't they answer the question? Will they defend the Constitution?
Listen, the same question they're not supposed to answer when somebody says, we want to kill you and we hope to kill every one of your brothers. We don't answer that question either. We don't strike out.
Yeah, but this is a simple question about the oath that you guys gave.
Sir, what happens when you have a job? I'm trying to.
Yeah, but isn't that your job? Isn't your job to defend the Constitution? That's all I wanted to know.
I understand. All we're trying to do is
Pull that microphone back.
Yeah. I don't have a problem with you guys as a crew, but you've gotten orders not to say. I'm so fucking sorry. I'm so sorry. All right.
I swear.
I'm gonna really try.
Yeah.
Oh no, I didn't. I actually slept at the hotel room. No. I'm not here for this. I'm not here for this. I'm a Ron Paul supporter. I'm not here for this. I was hoping to march with the veterans for Ron Paul that we're going to march on the RNC. That's what I was hoping to do, but that didn't work out. I guess, you know, Ron Paul said, hold it off, guys. You know, let's be a nice guy, whatever, right?
Appreciate it. You understand that as far as we're concerned, I really don't have the right to because what I feel is not going to enforce the land, enforce the law. What has to happen is, and we've got to train ourselves to say that is, we're not going to be, do you really think these officers said that you don't have any problem with? Do you really want them to say something or answer your question and get in trouble? Listen.
You know, for one, on one point, I was wondering if any of them, yeah, just remind me if I'm talking too loud, okay? If any of them would actually stand up and say, I am going to do according to my oath. Like that's so simple. You can't get in trouble for that.
What's your question?
My name's Andy.
Since I've been there, I've been in the public for 30 years. And every time I get involved in something like this, and I've made the mistake before. Somebody came up with such a simple question like this, and I made the mistake of answering it. And all of a sudden they did was, they turned it around to say, well, if that's the case, and the next thing I know, I got in trouble with my own.
Oh, and what was if that's the case part?
And if that's the case, what I'm saying is...
it gets into a deeper conversation, you mean? You suddenly get a whole bunch of more questions?
Not only a bunch more questions, but
yeah.
They had one point to say, if you're willing to do this, or at the other end is that's why you're destroying them.
Hey, can I ask you a big favor? Really big favor. I mean, this would be great. Could you ask these guys if they will defend the Constitution? Can you?
Listen, me and you can go and we can have a discussion.
And you know what? And I will walk away. I will just freaking walk away. And if you would do that, it's like I'm out of your hair.
But you know what happens is, but you would be putting me in a position where later, if somebody else had made a similar request to ask us to do something, I'm pleased. I'm just a soldier. I'm trying to follow the orders. I was just coming to get a drink of water, and I saw you. And I want you to have a heart attack because you're screaming so hard. And I'm probably right now. There's probably some supervisor watching me right now that I'm going to get in a world.
You're already going to get in a freaking world of trouble. Look, I do not want.
But you know what? I want to do whatever it takes to know no person that I signed up to be a police officer to defend people's rights to protest. I will not, even if I get in trouble, I'm not going to see anybody get hurt on it.
Hey, listen, can you give me your name?
My name is EJ Green.
EJ? Listen,
now my supervisor.
Listen, I just hope that, you know, these folks track you down on the web, right? And they get you straightened out completely, because you know what? In your core, I believe that you're a good guy. I really do. You know.
What's your last name?
My name's Andy, but I'd rather not say my last name.
Andy?
No, listen.
I'm cool. Andy had a right.
I gotta be afraid of you guys, right? Of course, you know, I've already been photographed by some of these guys, so I mean, they got me nailed anyhow, so it's not an issue. But
this is something they're going to tell their grandkids, that they were involved in something like this, and they saw me and Andy resolve a conversation.
Yeah.
And then I can go back to Mr. West.
Yeah.
I do have one question. Why did you bring the LRAD?
What's that?
Over to the other guys. I love you.
Didn't mean to make y'all choked up over
You
it.
got me choked up.
The LRAD is your sound device. The armored car had an LRAD on it.
You're talking about the big megaphone?
It's a noise device. It is a megaphone. I don't think that's his authority, though. Yeah, I was just curious why it was deployed. Maybe some of the press would like to know why LRAD was deployed.
I'm sure they would. The next person that comes to talk to you that gets in trouble,
I thought maybe he might know.
What was my rank?
I understand, but I don't.
The Russian press really wanted to know that.
What do you think about all of Ron Paul's followers and just your father's movement catering to the establishment that's shut you guys out for so long? I'm not going to say the guy's name because I don't, it was Mike something, I forget his last name, but he oversees that entire committee, and so he was calling to threaten me on behalf of him coming directly from the senator.